If I could just have a mic stand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry about this. If I gotta be perfectly honest, this is my first time performing on stage, period, in about a year. Thank you. So, just to give you a little bit of a context for this, this is a poem that I wrote inspired by what I've learned this semester in my American Ethnic Studies class, and this was my composed, calm and collected narrative about what happened after the tragedy in Las Vegas. It's my own original poem, and it's called What About Me? I apologize if I stumble, it's the lighting. Hello there, old friend. It's been too long. Oh, you don't know me? Never met me? Well, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wallace Sterling, but you can call me WS for short. You may not know it, but I've been by your side everywhere you've gone, into every building you walked. I've overheard every conversation you've had with any sort of person. I've been around for as long as you've been alive, even before that. I've witnessed some of the most important historical events, seen the bloodiest battles, marveled at new technologies, and watched people fight for their voices to be heard in society. I jotted down notes at many of these events. My journals are read about in schools across the country. I'm not done, just to get a better view. This came. Sorry. Despite my notoriety, some people have the nerve to try to silence me. My eyewitness accounts have stirred up many conversations about whether I'm really telling the truth or I'm just making up tall tales. Yet most tend to agree my findings are legitimate, regardless of anyone who dares to question my logic. Almost every time this debate has happened, pathos has trumped logic. And you may not know it, but people have tried to get you to believe that argument since you were very young. Teachers, parents, hell, damn near anyone older than you, stating that what I've written is the stone-cold truth before going on their merry way. What people fail to realize, though, is that my words are more powerful than they think. I'm somewhat of a sorcerer of scripture, casting spells, hypnotizing men, women, and children. My literary voice has the power to take a rationally thinking... Thank you. My literary voice has the power to take a rationally thinking human and transform them into a wild beast, like a bear swatting at honeybees or chasing after a helpless deer. My words have the strength to silence any doubters. And whether you know it or not, my teachings are now world famous. Oh, it's not like I'll go on book tours, giving speeches, showing up at meet and greets or anything like that. No, I'm much too shy. Luckily, my notes convey what I have to say with such clarity that some of the most powerful world leaders in history have sworn by them, taught them to thousands, even millions of people. While I must confess my words have done much more harm than good, I think it's cute that I have so many loyal fans who are willing to do anything to shut down the critics. My journals have practically been bestsellers for decades, sometimes even centuries. And they still continue to be popular today through books, CDs, podcasts, YouTube videos, websites, even the evening news if you know where to look. I've mentioned a few times my distaste for criticism. Lately, it's becoming stronger than ever. People saying my words will only cause more divisiveness and hatred. Fools! I'll make them eat their words. I'll make sure that my believers, I mean my fans, shut the critics up. Even if it takes fire, bullets, and bloodshed to keep the critics at bay. Why? What I've written about is enough to make the most powerful man in the world sing his praises for me. He only thinks he's the most powerful. In reality, he's just a part of my puppet show that I write, produce, and direct. Everybody who's read my books tell me they've changed their lives. Now, my believers are never afraid to stand up for me when the critics tell me what I'm doing is wrong. They'll always ask, what about Wallace? His opinion matters too. Yes, what about me? My teachings are everywhere. They're being talked about on the news every morning, noon, and night. I can't tell you how happy it makes me feel when one of my fans makes the news. Whew, I shiver with excitement just thinking about it. Can you imagine someone willing to raise hell and spill buckets of blood just to prove their undying loyalty to you? I think it's quite an honor. You might be thinking, Wallace, your words can't possibly reach that many people, can they? I say, just look around you. Each and every day, there are more and more people across this land trying to make this country better. They're going out trying to spread my teachings every single day. They're doing it while walking, running, equality shunning, jumping, flying, genocide denying, Skyping, typing, punch bowl spiking, hiking, biking, Third Reiching, evidence hiding, stereotyping, racial profiling. You know, pretty much anything I say is the right thing. So, now that I've told you a little bit about myself, what do you think? Want to take a look at my books? Want to preach the message of world-famous author Wallace Sterling? Come on, just do it. You know you want to. Oh, and if I were you, I wouldn't say anything bad about these books. I worked really hard on them. I wouldn't want my nice, caring fans to think that you're a critic. You wouldn't want my fans to come out and change your mind, would you? Thank you. And thank you to our wonderful MC for the assistance.